G-God says April is Autism Awareness Month. Heartland Trucking USA and Miss Cheddar aka Team Chaos will be raising money for this year's charity for Next for Autism. We do have this on our God page. Here is the link to donate. Thanks for your donations to this charity. URL.
YouTube at Botrix has successfully joined the channel.
Says, morning Gary Carmen and all.
Morning, Lynn.
Restreambot says, YouTube at Jim Rockford 777, everyone have a safe and blessed day.
Thanks, Jim. We are driving solo today, everybody. Our first trip. Our first trip.
Thank you for subscribing at William Digital 2 for 29
William Digital 2 just subscribed for 29 months. Emote_enters 57
William
IDC.
Digital 2 plus 1 star.
How you doing, William?
Restreambot says, YouTube at Lee Townsend High, Jamar. Blessed are you. And TTOTD says, yay, back in truck.
Yeah, we are. We're back in the rig.
And TTOTD says, how was the Amazon thing?
It was good. It was good. Carmen's still going to be doing it today. She should hopefully be with us maybe on our next trip. So she's got to fulfill these blocks that she's got scheduled.
William Gitchell says, I am doing good on a Friday.
That sounds good, William. Sounds good. Yeah, unfortunately for us, we are going to be working the weekend.
NTTOTD says that William Gitchell congrats on Mod Cool.
Lint 15 says, Morning William, NNT.
NTTOTD says Morning Lint. William Gitchell 2 says, I see you are back in the semi.
Yep, we are, William. We are. We are back in the semi. Our first load of a new company.
William Gitchell 2 says, Morning Lit 15. William Gitchell 2 says, good see that. NTTOTD says, hopefully we get some Florida cool weather.
Well, I don't know. We're going down to McKinney, Florida. We don't deliver until Monday. So we got a lot of time to waste. But we'll probably just keep the stream going and for the whole entire trip. Once we deliver, we'll probably restart and pick up from another area and come on back with a new stream on that. So we'll be running this 48 hours, if not longer. We are going to split log this because I'm going to avoid 30-minute DOT breaks.
TTOTD asks, so can you say what company name is?
No, we will not still say the company name. I'm actually going to be shielding from the company name more on this company. So normally when we'll end our streams, we'll be on probably this highway.
TTOTD says Roger.
But eventually when I get some time, I'm going to show you guys the old contract, which will probably heighten out a lot of the things that don't need to be in there. The old contract that we dealt with the old company.
The boy Mike's 1970 says, what route are you taking to Florida?
We'll decide that once we start heading down, Mike. I got a couple options.
Lint 15 says, Morning Mike.
How you doing, Mike? And for some of you, for an update on Pancakes, I guess everything went well for his surgery. So now he's in recovery. So keep Pancakes all in your prayers.
Cowboy Mike's 1970 says, if you take 95 through NC, I would like to meet you.
Now, we ain't going to be going through 95.
NTTOTD says, Morning Mike will do Gary.
Cowboy Mike's 1970 says, okay.
That's kind of out of the way going through North Carolina.
Cowboy Mike's 1970 says, hi, Lynn T.
we been doing? We had a lot of things that we still had to do yet today before we got going. And we had things yesterday, and that's normally why we didn't stream. That and also we had a very low turnout of people, so we just didn't bother streaming, but we've had a lot of things that we had to get done before our first trip.
And TTOTD says doing good cause. We got Gary for all day.
Yeah.
Gekkamane says, hey Gary, good to see you in your truck again. How are you doing?
Good. How are you doing, Gekkamane? We're going to be heading down into the warm sun. What's going on, Warner? I got to get used to these Great Dane trailers.
Hey Gary, while you're in FL, go lift this boat you summit.
Right.
Gekkamane asks, what's the temperature in the south currently?
I don't know.
Says, hey Warner, about the same time you showed up, LOL.
I don't know what time, or the war. I didn't even look.
TTOTD asks, what have you been ghosting?
I haven't even looked to see what the temperature is down south. I'm not really too concerned about it until we get down there.
Werner Labs says, well, sorry, some of us have jobs.
Jobs? You got a job? Is that what they call it, Warner?
15 says, LOL.
Is that what they call it,
says, I'll take a look.
So we're going down to McClaney, Florida. That's where we're going to be heading eventually.
And TTOTD says, Warner, is it a fun job?
Werner Labs says for normal people.
For normal people. I get it.
TTOTD says, see, I am part-time in my job, so I get a lot of time off. It's fun.
Werner Labs says, thanks for making me mow my own lawn.
Come on, Warner. I usually got to get home off the road and I got to mow the lawn.
Says I don't know here.
Yeah, there's a story behind the reason why Lynn does not mow Warner.
And TTOTD says, I don't mow here. Their mowed is more than we do.
Werner Labs says, well, I mowed at 8 p.m. so.
Clint 15 says that's hubby's job.
Yeah, hubby's job.
Werner Labs asks, what did she hit with the mower?
It's not what she hit. She didn't hit anything.
Gekkamane says it's 93 in Orlando, so around the 90s probably.
Yeah, pretty much.
G-Bot says April is Autism Awareness Month. Heartland Trucking USA and Miss Cheddar aka Team Chaos will be raising money for this year's charity for next for Autism. We do have this on our About page. Here is the link to donate. Thanks for your donations to this charity. URL.
Werner Labs says BRB moving to Florida.
And TTOTD says, wow, it's nice and cold here in Minnesota.
Yeah, it is. It's cold up here too.
Says you can bring me lunch for her.
cold up here. Brr.
Man says it's 71 here, but in the sun it feels way warmer.
Yeah.
Labs says also you like sandwiches.
And TTOTD says glad there's no snow with this cold TH&K god.
Well, believe it or not, when we came up to go to the yard, we had a little bit of snow flurries, which kind of like, what the hell? Snow flurries.
Link 15 says firemen suck.
Sweet 1973 says back in the saddle again, WB sir.
Thank you, thank
Link
you.
15 says subs.
Werner Labs says so Gary, how was orientation?
Long, very long. A lot to remember, but once we get going, we'll remember it pretty good. But when you go from one company and you're so used to everything after 10 years, and then do something completely new, it's like, holy shit.
Werner Labs asks feel like this place is better?
Yeah, a lot better. It's very family oriented. Very family oriented. Good majority of the family runs it. So pay a lot better. We went from 74% to 84%. So that's what we're going to be making out of each run is 84%. So it's a lot better. The one bad thing.
15 says that's good, Gary.
The one bad thing is that we got a lease on a trailer, but as long as we take care of the trailer, I mean, it should be pretty good. But we had to lease on a trailer. But the trailer is completely only to us.
Werner Labs says you could take that extra 10% and donate to me.
Ah, right, right. But yeah, now we got a trailer, but we got a dedicated trailer. So this trailer will always have the same trailer, which means we will have a lot of live unloads. We don't do dropping hooks at this company. So we will be doing waiting.
And TTOTD says Gary could pay $1 to everyone that is sub now.
Well, with last month, believe it or not, we had less subs, but that's because we weren't streaming.
Link
So
15 says we're used to waiting, LOL.
yeah, that's right.
Cowboy Mike's 1970 says that I hear you right, you have your own trailer now.
Yeah, well, we don't own it. We are leasing the trailer.
190 says, oh hey Gary.
Hi, Monkey. We are only, it's actually their trailer, but we're leased to it. So basically that's kind of how it's really at. So we're leasing a trailer from them because of us being an owner-operator.
Werner Labs says waiting for Lynn to make lunch.
Ain't you at work, Warner? How can Lynn make lunch if you're at work? But yeah, we are finally back, everybody. We are finally back.
Mikey B Gaming 21 says, good morning Gary, glad to see you back in the semi. Now I feel like I'm back at home.
Yeah, we're back in the semi.
Link 15 says, morning, Mikey.
get a pre-pass. So we're waiting on a pre-pass. So we're going to be definitely having when we see a scale that's open, we ain't going to get the signal to bypass
eBay Gaming 21 says, good morning, sister at Lint 15.
So yeah, that's one thing we're going to have to do is go in through the weight scale.
Brady says, good morning, Gary.
Hi Brady, what's going on?
Link 15 says, that's good, your BK. I didn't like that vacation. I still had to cut vlog.
Brady says, how is it going?
So far, we're going all right.
Link 15 says, morning Brady.
Brady says, good to see you back on the road.
Yeah.
Brady says, good morning, Lynn.
Werner Labs says, hey Brady. Werner Labs asks, so what's the new schedule?
I honestly don't know.
Brady says things are good. I'm with my cousin getting ready to watch them show their pigs at their fair.
Oh, nice, Brady. Nice. I don't know what the new schedule will bring. I really don't.
Brady says at Warner Labs, hey buddy.
I think probably what we'll end up doing is probably like take a trip out. When we get back to the yard, take 3 days off and then come back again. So we might overlap into the like what we normally did, since we are not really now on a dedicated work week. So now we're probably just gonna have to keep doing what we're, go out on the road, come home for 3, and then go back out. If that's gonna be possible, I don't know. There's so much that is gonna change.
Says here while you're in FL, leave the camera on in case we get any spring breaker view.
Brady says, is the L electric like on an iPad?
Link 15 says, wow, fair already. Ours isn't till July or August.
We do have an ELD. It is on a tablet, big honking tablet, bigger than what I used to get. So yeah, the tablet is pretty big. I mean,
Werner Labs says at Lit 15 which one low. There's lots around here.
You can almost take the tablet that's the TTS on, which is a small tablet, and you could put that on the side of it and probably put 2 phones around the side of it. Yeah, that's how big the tablet is. It's pretty.
He says, oh, good deal.
It's a pretty big size.
15 says, we do Saunders.
Find a different place to kind of actually put it because it's like honking huge.
Werner Labs says at Lit 15 Springfield Rodeo tonight by the way.
TOTD says, Warner, who is the best at that?
Link 15 says, really, a rodeo?
Says yes lol. GF1 free tickets now, guess who has to get dragged to it.
Link 15 says be good for you.
Well, at least put it this way, Warner. At least you didn't get dragged to a culture club concert. I mean, it could be that.
Gaming21 says, Gary, I'm thinking about joining Crate Carrier when I get my CDL license this year. Brady says, so you won't have a normal week then from Sunday till Thursday.
I really don't know, Brady. I don't know how our weeks are going to go. I honestly don't know. Until we've been here for a while.
As if I was going to tell you all.
I honestly could not tell you what our schedule will be like. Once we get a feel of the company for a few months, then we can kind of plan out. But it's really hard to say at this point.
Says, okay.
Werner Lamps says at Link 15 better go tonight then. You can have my ticket.
Come on, Warner. You didn't want to rope up a calf? Come on, cowboy up.
Nick 15 says, LOL, now I'll wait till Savage Radio.
Werner Lamps says I already paid stupid prices at movie theatre for her to watch Project Teen Mary.
Says, have to go watch grandkids show their animals then too.
Werner Lamps says at Link 15 I'll be at that one to go every year.
Nick 15 says, see you there then.
Don't be surprised, Lynn, if you find Warner there with a goat.
Says movie prices are so high BTW.
NTTOTD says, have Warner and Lynn at the same show that smells trouble.
Nick 15 says, LOL NT.
Yes, with a goat. You're going to show off a goat named Magna.
Says MFGF keeps being lined out in public.
Mikey B Gaming21 says, Gary, you're live inside my AutoZone pickup truck. Got the CEO with me today, and we're doing deliveries.
10-4, Mikey. Hello, Mr. CEO. How you doing today?
Hardline Trucking USA and Miss Cheddar aka Team Chaos will be raising money for this year's charity for next Rawism. We do have this on our about page. Here is the link to donate. Thanks for your donations to this charity. URL.
Nick 15 says, that's what grandkids show is goats. Go on.
NTTOTD says, Warner have a calf and a goat for good luck.
Hey, Pancakes. Yeah, we're in the truck, Pancakes. What's going on, Pancakes? How you feeling?
Brady says, been waiting to say that.
Yeah,
Lynch
yeah.
15 says, morning pancakes. Hope you're doing well.
Werner Labs says, now I got to pick a present for Lin Law.
Pancakes says I must have the wrong channel. I thought this was Highland Amazon deliveries.
Nope, not today, Pancakes. Not today. I don't know if Carmen will do streaming today or not. Yeah?
Pancakes says I'm doing good. Thanks. Lynn came home now yesterday at about 3 p.m.
Well, that's
Brady says
good,
it's Lincoln old
Pancakes.
bullshit.
That's good, Pancakes. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I said it's bullshit this morning. Before I even left the
Lynch
house.
15 says, oh, good deal, pancakes.
And TTOTD says there's no way the Deadpool on screen to add good to religion.
Well, there was probably yesterday I said
I
it.
managed to lose 14 kilograms in about 3 weeks before surgery. At least I actually made it up because most people don't.
10-4, Pancakes. 10-4. Good job. Good job. And no, Warner, probably wasn't the only time. I probably said it a couple days prior to that.
Says if I had a swear word count, I could break so fast.
Mikey B Gaming 21 says, sorry Gary, you answered the question to my last thing. I put in chat. Europe went right to commercial right after I said it. Restreambot says, KICK Bounties Yo IRL streamer. I got 500 subs up for grabs. Enter my new bounty for a chance to win 100 of them URL. TD says, lol, who wants 500 subs anyway?
Pancakes says, wow, never seen a dot on the green sign before. That's new though.
Yeah.
Asks, so Gary's where's the new pole in the truck?
Where's the new pole? Come on, Warner. There's no place to put a pole in a truck.
Cowboy Mike's 1970 says cool.
NTTOTD asks, is there any mods on Kick?
Yeah, we got Lynn over there. She'll take care of it.
Lynch 15 says, it says Kick Staff.
It says Kick Staff? Huh, that's rare. Well, you know...
says we need a striker pole.
Lynch 15 says I am...
NTTOTD says, huh.
was like I was affiliated.
Says Neil McDaniel's company.
I was affiliated over there on Kick until Kick took it away from me.
Pancake says Nakamura and Hammer.
And TTOTD says long work.
So yeah, isn't that ironic? I was affiliated over on Kick, and then all of a sudden they took it away from me. Thanks, Kick. You're really good at that. Made it actually harder now to get affiliated again. You're awesome.
Pancake says I heard people inside the website who mixed up that.
Yeah.
Werner Labs says, how does it feel, Gary? Have the truck paid off?
Really good. Really good. What we should have done was put this thing up for sale. We could still do that. We did get the lettering. We did get the lettering off of the Godfather, and that one will probably be probably put up for sale. In Portland.
Werner Labs says, make sure you stop at the beach in FL.
Yeah, we ain't gonna have time for that, Warner.
Pancakes asks, isn't Florida halfway across the country? Can
Werner Labs says, what a time to sing for Boat SMH.
You mean re-raise the boat that you sunk down in Florida?
Brady says, why on God's green earth would you even sell this truck? I mean, this is a great truck. It works just fine. You'd spend a lot less money on this one than fixing up your other one.
Well,
Mike's 1970 says I got my new glasses in yesterday and went and got my licenses renewed today.
well that's good, Pancakes.
21 says, at Werner Labs, we need to win the lotto so we can marriage our company with Gary's Law.
Here's the reason why, Brady. This truck has got way too much electronics on it, and I could turn around and buy an older truck. Buy an older truck that's got a manual transmission. I wouldn't have to deal with the automatic anymore. I wouldn't have to deal with all the electronics. They had one. The company that I'm leased onto had one up there for $85,000. Had a 13, or one had an 18 speed, one had a 13 speed. If I get rid of all the electronics, I'd be in better shape. This truck has got way too much electronics on it. And while the value is still kind of up there for what miles I have on it, it would be a good time to sell it. It'd be a really good time to sell it.
1970 says I'd rather drive at 13 speed than an 18 speed.
Yeah, well, we can turn the 18 down into a 13. That's not a problem. But the 18-speed truck is actually a pretty good-looking truck. It's a two-tone gray color. Well, it's like a gray with a black. So it's kind of like a studio sleeper layout.
Says I'd rather not work at all. Retire to Ireland and live on coconuts.
Coconuts.
So basically you want less electrons.
Yes. Less electronics.
Labs says, did they tell you what states you will mainly be going to now?
Florida,
15 says
Georgia, Florida, Georgia, Texas, Arkansas. That's going to be our run that we're going to make. We could, later on down the road, be going to Oregon or Washington. They asked me if I would do California.
That's true, Liv.
They asked me about California. I'm like, nope. Stay out of California. Stay out of the Northeast.
Brady says yay.
We won't be going to the Northeast anytime soon.
Brady says, if you do, please tell me.
Will do, Brady.
NTTOTD says Cali gas prices are way too high.
Yeah, they are.
Werner Labs says no more Gary visits for us late.
Mikey B Gaming 21 says, when you talk about electronics, does that mean E-Log also?
No, the E-Log would still be in here. The truck is new enough where it would have an ELD, which is, I'm fine with the ELD. I don't have any problems with the ELD. It's just the excessive electronics that are in the trucks. This one would probably actually have a speedometer gauge that's connected to the rear of the transmission. Not electronic that goes off of the wheel sensors. Because with this truck, each tire has a wheel sensor, and that's what calibrates the speedometer. We wouldn't have any electronic crap like that.
So my freezers are safe for the time being without Gary raiding.
Well, if you gave me the address, I wouldn't say they'd be safe. I'd probably look and see what all you had for briskets first. For smelling out briskets.
Says IRL.
G-Box says April is Autism Awareness Month. Hardline Trucking USA and Miss Cheddar aka Team Chaos will be raising money for this year's charity for next for autism. We do have this on our about page. Here is the link to donate. Thanks for your donations to this charity. You are in.
Werner Labs says think I have 3 of them right now.
Well, that'll be perfect. I'll I'll just come and snatch them up. I just got to find room in the refrigerator.
TD says we should donate all the steak, pork chops, and brisket to Gary Center. Brady says, did you ask what area you would come to or be if you come to Washington State?
No. Wherever it just decides to go is where it would just decide to go, Brady.
Brady says, okay.
Burnlab says at least sounds like you're happier with this carrier now.
So far, Warner. The one great thing is that Carmen will be able to get the drive, so that's the main thing.
Says yeah. Brady says yay.
The only thing that we got to do with Carmen is get her being used of driving down the highway.
Brady says you seem so much happier.
So, well, we will see what really happens once we get more driving into this and see what the pay is going to be like. But the pay is sounds a lot better than what the previous company gave.
Aaron Friend 69 says, hi, Gary, Carmen, Lynn, and chat safe travels, bro.
Thanks, Darren. How you doing today?
Carmen driver's dose, that mean you can do a split log, so like you drive for a while, then she drives, or is that not how it works?
Yep, exactly, Brady. We can split log that. Well, she'll actually be logged into the system, and I will be just sitting on the side. So we're gonna, you know, if it really entails that they need us to move a load, then we'll do it. But to get her some more time in, basically, she'll drive during the day, like right now, and I would drive the nights. If we want to get somewheres right away, we can drive it, and basically just, you know, take the time off, because we'll be both together, so we'll get the load there regardless, unless something should happen with the truck.
He says, oh, I love that idea. Aaron Friend 69 says 24-hour stream coming up soon, sound awesome.
Yeah.
Labs asks, is this FL drive 2 days?
Brady says that means we will have longer streams.
This will actually be all the way up into Monday because we don't deliver until Monday. So the stream will keep going. Once we get to our 48-hour mark, we'll reset it. But for the most part, yeah, these will be long streams. Down here in like 2 days. But because we got to pick the load up today, we really don't have much of a choice.
ZC15 says, hi Gary, wow, a new truck, this has to be the kid.
Nope, still the same truck, the one that we paid off truck. But we are back in the truck.
ZC15 says, hi at T15.
The one good thing about the trailer is it's got disc
Here,
brakes.
LLHEZC15 says it's still chilly in Wisconsin.
It is. I swear they keep spraying more cloud seeding and it stays cold here for some odd reason. Bunch of bullshit, that's what it is.
Word Labs says the big question is the dispatch here better long?
TRLLHEZC15 says a lot of road moves.
Yeah, we got a lot of road construction along this route.
Derek169 says, what we talking in miles, about 2,000 miles trip. Brandon says, is Carmen still doing Amazon deliveries, or did you guys stop that?
No, she's got to finish off the blocks that she had for Amazon deliveries. So she'll finish them out, and then the next trip she should be going with me. We gotta kind of keep some income coming in yet until we finally get our last.
Here, LLH and ZC15 says Warner has a special voice.
Yeah.
He says good deal.
Yeah, Warner's got a special voice because he made our top 5. Yeah, if you reach our top 5 ranking, you'll get a voice of your own.
WCBot says at Brady, top 10, rank, number 9 level, 453, 8,796, 14,043 XP.
Word Labs asks, do I?
Yeah,
you got your own voice, Warner, don't you hear it?
WCBot says at MTT OTD, top 10, rank, Number 53, level 59. 1424, 1829 XP. Files.
NTTOTD says oof. Brady says, okay, good, I didn't lose my ring.
Nope. Yeah, see what they're doing with the interstate right there? They're tearing it up.
WZBot says at TRLLHEZC15. TRLLHEZC15. Top 10 rank. Number 68 level 32. 158 990 seconds XP. Files. WZBot says at Warner Labs. Top 10 rank. Number 6 level 507. 8,728 15,717 XP. Files.
And yeah, even though Warner went down to number 6, he still keeps his voice because he got top 5.
Werner Labs says only take 10 years to finish it.
TRLLHEZC15 says everyone looking at their rank roll.
Yep, everyone's looking at the rank. That's how you get your, if you're in the chat or even if you're lurking. But normally when you chat a lot, because Fry did this, he chatted a lot. He was like in the 60s, and he moved up quick.
WZBot says at Darren Fern 69. Darren Fern 69. Top 10. Rank. Number 21. Level 286. 3,604. 8,866 XP. Files.
Performance Ethan says, oh yeah, you're back on the road for the first time, Gary, and it's my first time watching you on the road.
Werner Labs says, well, God forbid I dropped one rank and Gary disowns me.
Yeah, Warner, where were you the last few days when we were doing Amazon? Huh? You could have left us run in the truck.
Here, LLHEZC15 says it's very cloudy, but not at Oklahoma level.
Yeah. Well, a lot of this is cloud seeding. We haven't seen a warm day in the last few days, which is kind of bullshit. They'd stop cloud seeding, we wouldn't have this issue.
NTTOTD says cloud seeding. Can we have storm seeding, please?
Werner Labs says, well, sorry, boss, I guess Lynn can ban me now. Just let me grab my pants first.
Performance Ethan asked your very first load today.
Yes, very first load today. We gotta go pick it up.
Lint 15 says LOL Werner.
We got from 11 till 1 o'clock to pick it up today.
Ethan says, awesome, fantastic, congratulations on starting with your very first load with a brand new company.
Yeah.
G-Bot says April is Autism Awareness Month. Hardline Trucking USA and Miss Cheddar aka Team Chaos will be raising money for this year's charity for next Autism. We do have this on our webpage. Here is the link to donate. Thanks for your donations to this charity. URL.
And what's even better is we don't even have a truck payment anymore. That's all done and over with when we left the other carrier. So truck is paid off.
NTTOTD says CUSA should take over the strait, but Iran is a coward.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they do track my speed. Holy bottled water. But believe it or not, they give me 5, not 4, not like the previous carrier. The previous carrier tracked up to 4 miles an hour over the speed limit, so you don't have to really worry about that. Yes, she will. Probably on her next run, she'll probably be joining us.
Powder Puppet Balls asks, hey man, you making on-time delivery?
We are picking up our first load. First load with the new carrier.
Werner Lambs asks, so what are we picking up for first load?
I think we are picking up potatoes, believe it or not.
Performance Ethan says, oh awesome. Darren Friend 69 says any traffic problems, we get a drone flipping the truck and putting it in an empty road.
United States Air Force. I guess the United States Air Force just ordered a brand new fire truck. pull to be in short. Getting used to is the trailer yet. I don't know, this one is probably a little bit heavier. Instead of pulling a utility trailer, we're pulling a Great Dane trailer. I think it's like 280 something.
Says, hey there, Gary.
Hey, Big Scoop. I think it's like $285 a month. I think it is, if I remember correctly.
Nick 15 says, "Good morning, Big Scooby."
What's going on today, Big Scoop?
Big Scooby Workshop says, nice to see you back on the road.
Yeah, we are. We are. First load with the new carrier.
Big Scooby Workshop says, hi, Lynn.
First load with a paid off truck.
Doesn't sound too bad. I thought it would be more than that.
No, it would not be that much more than that, Warner. But yeah, first load with a paid off truck.
Big Scooby Workshop says, so where are you going to?
Says my son.
We got to pick up in Allman, and we're going down to Florida. Pick up a load of potatoes. This could be a good thing if we got a dedicated account for picking up a load of potatoes. I could bring home fresh potatoes all the time. Works in my favor.
Scooby Workshop says, but that must be good to have a paid off truck.
It is really great. find out more about the turning the truck into an RV or for private use?
Just in time for Gary to buy another one.
Yeah, right. Better off selling off this one and buy an older
Big
one.
Scooby Workshop says not yet been working on this stuff. I have an order I might be doing for a client.
10-4, Big Scoop. 10-4.
Camio's back in the truck.
We are. We're good.
169
Good,
says
Artie.
the new Volvo 2025 and 2026 look nice.
Ah, not that new. That's got all electronic stuff on it. I was looking at a studio sleeper Kenworth.
Says going to miss Amazon deliveries.
Kind of. Kind of miss the Amazon deliveries. Last night we actually had an emergency package that had to be delivered last night. One package had to be delivered from Appleton to Green Bay that paid out $27. So we did it last night around 10 o'clock last night. Took us about 2 hours.
Mike 1970 says 1985 KW Daycap would be better off.
Well, no, this one is a studio sleeper truck. That's the one that's got the 18-speed in it. It's a nice truck. It doesn't have that big old cap on the top. It's got the actual cab lights up on top. It's a nice truck. It's a two-tone color. Primarily dark gray with I think it's like black stripes on it. It's a really nice truck.
Mike's 1970 says nice.
That's the one we were kind of looking at. It's actually got less miles than this one does. This one's 706,000 miles. That one had, I think it was a little over 600,000 miles on it.
Says your browser encountered an error while completing the video. Error number 3000, I keep getting this from your stream.
Ah. idea, Big Scoop. No idea. That would probably be on your side, Big Scoop. Big Scoop. Have a good day. Somebody having a fire. Pretty black. What do they got? Rubber tires in there? paid more with this new carrier.
190 says, oh, Gary.
Oh, monkey. We're actually getting paid more with this carrier. 84% of the load compared to 74%.
One of the lamps asks, what's my company watching the trailer carrier?
Well, you got to first report to work, Warner. You don't ever report for work. I'll take a penny. Oh, I think you go half penny. Quarter penny, because you never show up.
Says okay, something to go.
Anatomy says, wow, sorry for my writing. The auto crash thing is going bonkers.
No worries. But yeah, with this carrier, we get 84% of the load. Our last carrier was 74%. And since we don't have a truck payment, that's even better yet. Because the truck is paid off. We own it. Now we just got to wait for the other carrier to release our last two settlements.
Honey asked, did you bring your flip-flops from Florida?
Nope. I don't bring flip-flops. We didn't even bring no shorts either. It'll definitely help thaw out the truck though. If there's any moisture in the truck, it'll definitely help thaw that out.
Airplane 69 says, no stopping off at Disneyland.
Nope. We don't have time for Disneyland anyways. I've gone by it in years past. recorded, Mike.
Restreambot says, Cake, Power, Michael, emote, 1,730,752, emote change rate.
G568 is Otis Awareness Month. Heartland Trucking USA and Miss Cheddar aka18KS will be raising money for this year's charity for next autism. We do have this on our page. Here is the link to donate. Thanks for your donations to this charity. URL.
Yeah, we haven't had really any extra money for I to get a different mic, so we still got the corded mic.
Says, oh wait, do I see a brother on the road?
Howdy,
Howdy.
howdy. Yeah, we're back on the road.
Henrik says, pick up in Florida, Dix.
Well, we deliver in Florida and pick up in Georgia.
Henrik says, hey, Liv. Henrik says, off.
And we'll come back to Wisconsin with that one. It's going to be a good trip.
Henrik says, but still yikes. I hope it brings you guys a lot of money to haul this amount of cars.
Yeah. Well, we're getting more, 84% of the load compared to 74, which we had with the last carrier.
Henrik says, if order loves pantsless order.
Says don't blame me, they stole my pants.
No, you lost your pants by fishing, Warner. Come on, be reasonable.
Henrik says 84%. That's really good.
Yeah, it is. A lot better.
Henrik says hop.
But we also got a trailer lease that we have too as well, so we didn't have a trailer lease before.
One says oh maybe that was where they went.
Yeah, they're in the body of water you last fished in.
One says I was trying to.
Yeah, we all know that.
Henrik says, okay.
And also we got a trailer lease, so that's like $250 some a month. So.
One of the lads asks, so do you have any income beyond?
What do you mean we got all?
But the trailer lease isn't that much, right?
No, it's not. It's about $250 some a month. But new yard, what do you mean? A new carrier yard? Yeah, we do have a new carrier yard. The old carrier won't be touching this truck.
Says pocket change.
The old carrier won't be doing anything with this truck. It'll be
I
in the
guess
new
I'm
carrier.
happy with it so far.
So far. Pretty soon Carmen will be driving with me, which the other carrier wouldn't let her drive, but this carrier will. But Carmen's not with me this week because she had things she had to do at home, but she should be with us on our next trip.
Restreambot says, KICK Bounty subchat WIRL stream. If your streamer is outside, put them in my bounty. I got 50,000 kicks up for browse. You can get 10,000 kicks to send gifts to your fast streamer. Check out the info here, Euro. Performance Ethan says, I imagine you'll be working on the road for a long time since you were off for a while.
Yeah,
Eric says,
we will. We will. Yeah, we'll be on the road. Once we get back, we'll probably take 3 days off and then go back out again, if it's feasible.
One of the lads says Henrik, I told him when he gets to Florida he needs to park, so we get a week fee.
Mike asks, is it still chilling or frozen in right now?
We do have a reefer with us all the time, Henry. It is a refrigerated trailer, so we will always still have a refrigerated trailer. But I don't know yet on this load that we're taking down if it needs to be refrigerated or not. But we even got a trap door in the back, believe it or not. But what we'll be hauling back will probably be definitely refrigerated. Until I'm here for a while to kind of know how the flow goes, I really don't know how much is refrigerated and how much is non-refrigerated.
Emmerich says 20 stream street quote.
20 stream.
One of the lads says back ice cream with you.
No, I don't think we're going to be bringing back ice cream. Not anytime soon.
Emmerich says at Warner Labs, haha, I guess you want to pass less view in Florida XD. Performance Ethan says, awesome, I look forward to it.
Right? Holy
One of the
thing.
lads says it Henrik knows that.
You know where me and Carter are coming shopping next.
Emmerich says, haha. Emmerich says, but yeah, I'm happy for you and Carmen to be back on the road.
Yep.
One of the lads says Florida girls are blonde. One
Wow.
of the lads says just watch Pete's body cameras.
How do you know, Warner? Were you doing something that you shouldn't have been doing?
Emmerich says, haha.
One of the lads says because I was there, and 2 YouTube bits of police dealing with them more.
Emmerich says, XD.
Aha, Warner. Aha. Now the truth is coming out.
One of the lads says it Henrik on my GF and let me get to the point.
maybe Werner is on one of those videos?
Yeah, he is. Probably for sinking the boat.
Henrik says, haha.
Werner Labs says, what would you like to go drive around?
Well, I think we already know. You already confessed you sunk this boat because he caught your fish.
Henrik says, I guess Werner is the one speeding with the jet ski in the marine next.
Yep.
Werner Labs says, no, that was all pretty.
No. It came out of yours. I can go back in the chat history and look it up. If you want, I'll take a screenshot of it. I'll throw it into
Werner
Discord.
Labs says, good job, Brady, sunk the boat. Werner Labs says, I love floating the tow, definitely back.
Henrik says, Lynn, are you jumping of joy to be on the back roads?
Yeah, Lynn better be happy we're on the back roads.
Nick 15 says yes.
Werner Labs says, Lynn's already tired of dealing with me.
I see a little bit of snow flurries. What the hell? Go away!
Werner Labs says, already trying to land the box.
See snow flurries every so often. Well, Lynn, how many hummingbirds you got
Says
now?
on the back roads, it's more the American feeling.
Werner Labs says, don't you worry, Gary, there ain't no snow in Florida.
Uh-huh. Well, I don't want to even see snow. I'm tired of it.
Henrik says, only tornadoes. Henrik says, hurricanes.
Werner Labs says,
Performance Ethan says, go away, snow, don't come back later.
That's right. Go away.
15 says got 7 tornadoes.
Several? Jeez Louise.
Werner Labs says, those sound annoying.
Ethan says it's been raining like crazy all night where I'm at.
Gene Odyssey Saber is Autism Awareness Month. Hardline Trucking USA and Miss Cheddar aka Team Chaos will be raising money for this year's charity for Next for Autism. We do have this on our webpage. Here is one link to donate. Thanks for your donations to this charity. You are
Well, at least it's not a waiver
One
strip.
lad says went to the market and next word it, so I was like, shit, now I got to come up with something to stop me.
Yeah, let them hatch the eggs. Yeah, meanie.
One of the lads says I don't to leave him shitting on my laptop for the next 4 months.
Well, it probably only would have been 3, maybe 2. You can deal with it.
The lad says I might be dealing with this, but then you called me a bird murderer.
That's right. Look at that. They already got taters planted in the ground. That away.
One of the lads says on second thought, Lynn can't relocate this list for me.
Nick 15 says, just keep reading them. Go away.
One of the lads yells, what? No, then they come back.
You'll deal with it just fine. Just move the next after it's all taken care of. That's all you got to do. I've got robins.
Says I got medium gun. I make it work.
I've got robins that as long as I don't remove the nest, they come back to the same tree year after year. Believe it or not, we named one robin. Werner and GF.
One of the lads says thought you blame on the couldn't going through the trash after me. It's okay.
No, we don't have that issue.
Darren Prince 69 says a corner last Lynn is a pink gun, so be careful.
have that problem with
Word
Raccoon.
Labs says no.
We don't have that problem with raccoons.
Word Labs says good, let's talk conversation.
Yeah, the one was a mail delivery, or delivery, yeah, mail delivery.
Aaron Friend 69